Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to uncover how much truth is actually in those fancy corporate reports. Today we're diving into Vertex Inc.'s latest update. And let's just say it's all about how they performed in the second quarter of 2025. Get ready because we're going to see if Vertex is hitting it out of the park or striking out. Before we dive in, if you enjoy breaking down these corporate filings and want more insights, make sure you're subscribed and consider joining our Discord community linked in the description below. We'd love to have you there. This filing with the SEC is basically Vertex telling everyone what's going on with their business, and in this case it's specifically about their latest financial results. Think of an 8K as a report card for big corporate events, and here the big event is giving us the latest numbers. So the official date of this report is August 6th, 2025, and that's also the day their most recent financial snapshot came out for the second quarter of 2025. You might know Vertex by its stock ticker Vertex. That's how investors track it on the stock market, and it's listed on the Nasdaq Stock Market LLC, a pretty big deal for any company. Now the main event here is what's going on with their money. They've released their financial results for the second quarter ending June 30, 2025. This gives us a peek into how well they're doing. The details of these results are in a press release that came out on August 6th. This is where the company talks about their performance, and it's attached to this report so everyone can see it. Vertex has Class A common stock. That's the main type of stock that people invest in. And as we mentioned, it trades on the Nasdaq. This means it's a publicly traded company whose performance we can all keep an eye on. This part of the report is all about the documents attached. They're listing the exhibits that support the information they've shared, essentially the backup evidence for their claims. They're also including what's called an interactive data file, which uses something called XBRL. Basically, this makes financial data easier for computers to read and analyze. So while it sounds technical, it's actually there to help us get to the numbers faster. And finally, the signatures. This is where the company's leaders officially sign off on the report, confirming that the information is accurate to the best of their knowledge. Here we see Brian Rowland, the General Counsel and Secretary, has signed off for Vertex. This tells us who's vouching for the accuracy of this filing within the company. Alright, let's shift gears and talk about what this really means. While this filing is mostly about announcing their financial results for the second quarter of 2025, we don't have the actual numbers directly in this document. We only know that a press release with those numbers was issued. It would have been great to see the actual financial tables here, as that's where the real story usually lies. For example, if they had reported, say, a 15% increase in revenue, we'd be looking at what drove that. Was it new products, or did they just raise prices? A 10% drop in profit might translate to them not being able to pay their bills as easily, or having less money to reinvest in the business. In a filing like this, it's all about the numbers that tell you how the business is performing. You want to see revenue growth, what it costs them to make their products or provide their services, and how much profit is left over. You also want to know about their debt, because too much debt can be a real burden, making it hard to grow or even survive if conditions get tough. For Vertex, the key would be how their revenue and profits are trending compared to last year and compared to their competitors. Are they gaining market share, or are they gaining market share, or are they falling behind? Their strategy is probably focused on growth and innovation, but if the financials don't back that up, then it's just talk. The fact that their stock is on Nasdaq means there's a lot of public interest, but also a lot of scrutiny. Every investor wants to see consistent growth and solid profits. What we really need to know from that press release is how much money they actually brought in from selling their stuff versus how much they spent. Did they sell more? Did they become more efficient? Are their customers happy and continuing to buy? These are the questions that the numbers would answer. Without those specifics, this document is more of an announcement that the information exists rather than the information itself. So what's my take on this filing from Vertex Inc? Based on what we have here, it's more of a placeholder. They've followed the rules and announced that they've announced their financial results. The real action, the actual numbers that tell us if Vertex is thriving or just surviving, are in that press release. Without digging into that, we're left guessing. However, the structure of this report tells us that Vertex is a company that's going through the motions of public disclosure. They're trading on a major exchange, so they have to put out this information. The real test will be if the financial results they or we uncover are strong. Are they growing? Are they profitable? Are they managing their costs well? These are the critical questions. Looking ahead, the opportunity for Vertex lies in how well they execute on their business strategy, whatever that may be, and how they adapt to the market. The risks are always there, from competition to economic downturns to internal operational issues. But crucially, they need to demonstrate solid financial performance to maintain investor confidence. Alright, that's our quick look at this Vertex filing. It's mostly an announcement that the real financial news is out there. If you want to know how Vertex is truly doing, you'll need to find that press release they mentioned. What's your take on companies announcing that they've announced results? Is it just a formality, or is there more to it? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this helped you understand what this kind of filing means, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate finance. And don't forget to check out our Discord channel linked in the description for more discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode of Corporate Decoder.